And week 3 of the Ukraine war. Let's tell you exactly what's happening on the ground. Cities which were bustling with lakhs of people are now ghost towns. They've come to a complete standstill, particularly in Kyiv, where most people have left. Many others refuse to come out of their homes, scared of what's happening on the streets. A weapons factory in the capital city was heavily damaged in a Russian attack on Tuesday. And the impact of that blast, of that attack, was so much that shopkeepers around also were seen clearing up damage that was in fact impacted on their stores as well. In a bid to capture Ukraine's crown, Putin is also raining missiles on a residential building of Kyiv. 3 people were killed, dozens got injured. Civilians are continuing to bear the brunt of Putin's missiles. It's not just civilians, journalists too. Days after a former New York Times journalist was killed, Fox News journalists have also died in Russian firing. A camera person and producer died. The anchor has in fact sustained injuries on his leg. Fox News in a statement has confirmed this news. These are American journalists again who've been in fact killed in this particular war. Amid fear of what's going to happen over the next few hours in the capital city, a curfew has been imposed in Kyiv for the next 36 hours. India Today continues to tell you what's the situation on the ground. Rajesh Pawar has very bravely from the front line been getting you the latest updates. Here are the latest reports that he filed for us.
A bench on Kyiv Street, the street which used to be full of people in the heydays. Just before the war started, this street is full of people all the time. There are a lot of very nice bars, restaurants in the street, very big showrooms of all expensive things coming from Europe and all parts of the world. And right now, this street is totally deserted. You hardly see anyone in this street. There is going to be a complete curfew tomorrow onwards in Kyiv city from 8 p.m. today, that is 1 hour from now, till day after morning 8 o'clock. 60 hours complete curfew. Nobody is allowed to move out in these 60 hours, not even the press. And the reason for that, one could be because the shelling of the city has increased by the Russian forces. Maybe to avoid people getting hurt by this shelling could be one reason. But the more important reason, I think, is that there are a lot of special forces people from Russian army who are in the city, who entered the city before the war started. And there are also suspected Russian agents here, which can do sabotage activities, can create disruption anywhere, because the Ukrainian army will be busy now on the outskirts of the city fighting the Russian army. And that is the time these special forces people and these agents are likely to create sabotage activities and likely to get active. Besides this, in Kyiv city, the situation as of now is quite calm. For last 6 hours, no bombing, no air raids, no missiles whatsoever. Unlike in the morning today, when there were 2 big explosions and then shelling heard almost continuously for 1 to 2 hours. Now it is relatively calm, but that does not mean that everything is okay. Just 11 kilometers away from city on the outskirts, Russian army and Ukrainian army are fighting with each other. It's a fierce fighting going on. We cannot hear that in the city center right now, but it is going on as I'm talking to you. And it's a fierce fight for Kyiv now, because Russian army is slowly inching towards Kyiv, and they are almost on the at the entrance of the city now. So that is the reason probably this curfew has been declared, and that is the situation now in Kyiv city. This is Rajesh Pawar reporting from Kyiv city for India Today.
Marina, what do you think is the situation of birds and animals in this war?
I think the situation in Ukraine, it's not good because
Look in the camera, please.
More people left. There are pets on house and another place, and sometimes there are go out. There are pets to the play yard. I don't know in English.
Yeah.
I think it's not normal, because pets don't have eat. Pets
They don't have food. You mean they don't have food?
Israel don't have food. And I have now cats, one cat in my house, and I don't know what this cat, but I think this is cat who lived in a house.
Now, the situation in Kyiv clearly very, very dire. People are bracing for an all-out attack in the next few hours. We spoke to the mayor of Kyiv, Vitaly Klitschko, who also called on civilians to camp in bunkers as a precautionary measure.
We see the result of bombing. Civilian people died. Last morning we was from district of Bologna, where people killed. Today another apartments building. We don't know exactly the numbers of people. We have not entrance to every floor, but right now close to 50 people actually evacuate. A lot of them injured. We give the full support to everyone. I call to everyone, every civilian, please spend the time, if it's possible, in bunkers.